And we're here. So this is Wilmington Notch Campground. It's a relatively nice campground. It was first introduced to me by a friend of mine, Carrie, several years ago. And ever since, we've come here to camp. Now, funny story, I was here several years ago with 3 other friends, and we were doing one of the hikes, and it started raining on and off, and we kept taking our rain jackets on and off. And then we still had about 1.5 miles left to hike. And we decided not to put on our rain jackets, and of course, it just didn't stop raining, and we got soaked. By the time we got back to the campground, it started raining a little bit harder, and we decided, well, we'd rather not camp in the rain, so we got a hotel. The hotel had a jacuzzi, and we didn't have a swimsuit, so we essentially used wore our hiking clothes or hiking shorts. And it turned out the next day we saw that they drained the jacuzzi. I don't know if it was us that made them drain it or not, but anyway. The car's all set up for sleeping. I got my netting over the window and cracked the window a little bit. Also got the Starlink back up. I activated the count. So I figured I'll be traveling the rest of this month and into the next month in areas where there might be very little or no cell phone receptions. So anyway. Okay, so the camp site is all set up. I got my car ready. Starlink is sketchy. It comes and goes. There's a big tree in front of it, so the reception is coming and going. I did eat dinner because I wasn't that hungry, but I figured I should eat something. So it's gonna be peanut butter and apple for dinner. Yum.
$20 is that right? So holy cow, that's a down round. So they slashed their internal valuation last year to closer to $13 billion. They did about 3 or 4 cuts. So the question going forward, the growth due to the pandemic.
So I'm at Esther and White Mountain Trailhead. I'm just starting the hike down. We'll see. The trail doesn't look too muddy. All right. Well, it's about a 1/4 mile in, and it seems like I've come to a fork in the road. There's essentially 4 different paths to take. Well, let's make the best of it. Probably not that one. So let's go with this one. Well, I'll let you know if I made the right choice in a few minutes. And it looks like this is going straight up, so this might be the right one. And it looks a little muddy. So I'm about another 1/4 mile up, and it was essentially straight uphill, as you can tell. Yep. And there are these structures. There was one further down as well. I'm not sure what they were. Maybe a bridge of some kind. Then I see this little thing. Looks like someone's little makeshift shelter. Almost looks like an overgrown doghouse. Anyway, onward and upward. Yeah, it's a little muddy, and it's probably gonna be slippery on the way back down. Hopefully I don't fall and bang my elbow again. That won't be good. So it's been about a mile. This is the first viewing area. I see with my little eye a skunk up ahead. Probably don't want to get too close to scare him off, or he'll get scared and spray me. And he went off into the woods. Good. And he's right here again. Right back on the trail. Come on, buddy. Move along. Move along. Come on. Uh-oh, Dale's going up. Careful, there's a skunk up here. And he has his tail up. All right, it's starting to move off trail. Tail is lowered. So far, the trail's been typical, like this. A little bit of rocks, a little bit of mud, a little bit of climbing up. And it's been literally straight up. Just have to be careful not to slip, which may be more problematic coming down. But we'll see. So after navigating a long stretch of mud holes, made it to the junction of Esther and Whiteface. So I think I'll head over to Esther first and then go from there. So I just ran into someone. He was coming up from Whiteface, and he's done both Esther and Whiteface, and he prefer Whiteface, so I'll just go to Whiteface and go from there. Yep, trail is muddy, and all right, I hiked 2.67 miles, and the trail is just muddy all the way around. I'm not sure if I want to do another 2 miles up and 2 miles back, just to get to Whiteface. So I'm going to turn around, head back down, and go back through the mud. This is not ideal hiking area. Wow, there's an orange gecko. I don't know if it's dead or not. Okay, last quarter mile down. It's been straight downhill since. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be fun. Gotta be careful I don't slip. So I was just talking to a nice young woman. Her name is Elise. And I was telling her what I was doing. I was nomading. And she seems fascinated by it. She wants to do the same thing. So I offer her some tips on how to do this. Definitely need a source of income and health insurance, because health insurance is very expensive nowadays. I think it should be free. I think it should be universal, but that's a political question. Anyway, I've got another quarter mile to go, and it's straight downhill and it's rocky. So I'm gonna have to be very careful I don't end up slipping and breaking something, even though it seems that I have a very strong bones, but I do bruise very easily. I'm like a delicate little flower. Well, that hike was a total bust. Well, I can't say it was a total bust. It was still a nice day, and I did meet some cool people on the trail. Got to chat with a few. And like I said, it was a nice day, and it's a nice day out in the woods. But in the Adirondack, pretty much all the trails are muddy all year round. And I should have known better. So I should have wore my waterproof boots and gaiters. And then maybe I would have continued on. But otherwise, my shoes weren't that dirty, all things considering. I didn't slip or step into a big mud hole. I was very careful, and I was jumping from little rock to rock and log to log. So otherwise, it wasn't too bad. I didn't slip into the mud like I did before. So that's a plus. But anyway, I'm back at the campground. Took a shower, put on some clean clothes, and going from there, I'm gonna go get some to eat, and then tomorrow I'm headed to Ottawa and check out that part of Canada. Anyway, next time.